the wonderful world of recruiting, because I saw all your comments and everything going all the way back to Jackson Johnson. Shout out to you way at the top of the show. Breaking news, defensive lineman Logan Nagel has flipped from Pitt to Miami. Nagel is the fourth flip in the past 4 days for the Miami Hurricanes. True, and true. So let's work backwards. Logan Nagel from Wayne, New Jersey, hometown of Greg Olson and the Olson family. They does not go to the same school, Bergen Catholic up there. But yeah, 6'5", 260, interior defensive lineman, was committed to Pitt until 7 o'clock, right when we're coming on. And then he is instead flipped to Miami. Big physical kid. Pitt does a great job with defensive line evaluation and development over the course of many years. So getting a guy who was, going to go there for defensive line is a good get. So yeah, we add Logan Nagel to this class, and you see his ranking there on the screen. DePaul Catholic in Wayne, New Jersey. 6'5". Oh, they have listed it up at 280. Perfect. Yeah, so interior lineman, physical, violent hands. I love adding him to this class. He's the second defensive tackle in 2 days. Previously yesterday, Isaac Chukwura from Bear, Delaware, which is in the Philly area, but obviously on the other side of the border. So Logan Nagel was committed to Pitt. Isaac Chukwura was committed to Penn State. Now is coming to Miami. As you see his profile come up on the screen, 6'2", 265. And again, Penn State, another team that has done very well with defensive line evaluation and development. And a kid, obviously they got rid of their coach and everything, and Miami was already recruiting him, very high on him in his senior film. Plays outside and inside and offensive line a little bit. This is a guy who's going to live at defensive tackle. A very similar athletic profile to Ahmad Moten Sr. coming out of high school, from a very similar size, weight, build standpoint. And if you can follow that same developmental path, cooking with fish grease. So love that. So that's Pitt and Penn State in the last 2 days. The day before that, DeAnthony Lafayette from Orlando, Florida, Lake Nona High School. Previously committed to LSU. This is a two-way player, plays running back and defensive end. You see that he is listed edge, 6'1", 230. I know that he's athletic, but that frame being that small, unless he grows, I've seen Miami go down this path with players this size at this position, and it just doesn't work. And he's not somebody that they are intending to move the linebacker. They want him as an edge rusher. Now, he is the state leader in sacks at the 7A level in Florida. Second on that list is Shari Charles from Venice, another Miami Hurricanes commit. Super athletic. Everybody's putting out his wingspan and everything on the commitment post. This is in basketball. When do we talk about wingspan like that on a defensive end? Because he's undersized, and you have to sell something that, would be good. Look up and I have watched the film. He's very good at the high school level. He's very athletic. I've just seen 6'1" edge rushers here at Miami, especially over the course of a long time. And I have great concerns that he'll be able to produce the same way at this level that he does at the high school level. If he's able to do so, I openly invite him to prove me wrong. He's going to my alma mater. I'm going to root for the kid. I'm not going to hate on the kid. Just projecting forward, I've seen smaller edge rushers struggle so many times at Miami and just across the sport. This one gives me personally a little bit of pause. Was a 4-star kid, top 400 recruit. So adding to the blue chip ratio to this class, hey, I accept him with open arms and we'll move forward. And he was committed to LSU. So, hey, maybe they see something that I don't. And if they do, then that works out for everybody. Lastly, the first flip of this week from Manhattan, Kansas, the son of a former Michigan player in his day, James J.J. Dunnigan, from Manhattan. Again, so the town where Kansas State is, he was formerly committed to the University of Kansas, which, wowzers. So from the Little Apple, very excited about this kid. Listed as a corner, but he more as a safety in my eye from his build, his movement skills, and his film. You see that 6'2", 185. So, he's a cheeseburger away from like 195 or 200 pounds. Top, barely outside the 150 in the composite, number 2 player in the state of Kansas. 247 is even higher on him than the composite. He's he's number 99 in the country for them. I'm very excited about JJ Dunnigan. You watch his film, he has long speed. I mean, you can tell that he's a legit 6'2", 6'3". When he really opens up the stride, kick returner, punt returner, making plays, play some offense and everything. Yeah, but I see on film a young Jacoby Thomas. Like, I could see him in that profile for Miami down the line. Yeah. And if you play him outside, I don't know that his hips are fluid enough to stay outside, but if he is able to play corner, then you're really, really, really getting something here. But yeah, JJ Dunnigan, very, very excited for him. So yeah, those are the flips in the last 4 days. JJ Dunnigan, DeAnthony Lafayette, Isaac Chikora, and Logan Nagel just this evening. Miami is going to continue to try to flip guys. Miami is still taking big swings at guys committed elsewhere. Your Nolan Wilsons, your Bryce Perry Wrights, 5-star defensive linemen both. There are other dudes at the top of this recruiting class nationally that Miami is still going to be going after. And I'm with it. This is what we should be doing, how we should be recruiting. It is a marathon, not a sprint, but you're into the final kick portion of the marathon. You know what I mean? You need to dig deep, pump your arms, turn over those hip flexors and everything, and just kick. So yeah, we're getting there and everything. I'm so far behind on notebooks. I know that I already started, but then I had a couple of them get corrupted and just all these flips. Whatever. Just pray for me for the next 3 weeks, pretty much, is what I'm saying in terms of notebooks, because it comes down to this. Even though I started weeks ago, I started still in October, but it is what it is. I need to just buckle down and get a couple of them done every single darn day, but we will make it happen because we always do. It's just like college. You can complain about it and get it done by finals, or you can not complain about it and get it done by finals. Figure it out. So I'm engaging that procrastination station from my youth, kind of a thing. But that is the update in the wonderful world of recruiting.
Cam, you're on my prayer list tonight. I will be praying for your speediness through that, even though you have proven capable of hitting the deadline every time. Two of your favorite brands, everyone, the voice of college football and the Miami Hurricanes together, vocfb.com. I'll put the link there in the chat. You've got all sorts of good merchandise, and I do promise the quality combination with affordability. Took great strides in and went at a great lengths to do our best in those two categories. So you've got all sorts of caps and tees, and you've got koozies and hoodies and the tumbler there and the mug. So vocfb.com. And then you just go to shop and pick out your favorite team, which would be Miami, I believe.
Indeed, it is. So yeah, go ahead and check all of that out. Somebody was, I just scrolled past it. I'm not going to scroll back. Or basically saying, why are we not complaining about bad calls this year the way that we complained about bad calls in years past? I don't have. But like I said, I'm not centering officiating in Miami's failures. Although I agree, there have been calls that have been impactful in every game, including games that we've lost. It just kind of is what it is. Somebody asking about Anthony Johnson, the Oregon defensive end commit. Are we getting him? We're trying. We'll see. Anthony Jones? I think it's Anthony Tank Jones, not Johnson. Either way, whatever. He's another guy in that group of elite defensive linemen that we're still pursuing, among many, many others. So, but we have to just continue to do what we're doing in the wonderful world of recruiting, which has been, it's clear that, we've been working on this even through the, balance of this season. But at this point, the only thing that we can do is win the games in front of us. That's it. And I've already said it. I said it before we lost. We lost to Louisville. Win the rest of them, 11-1. You skate to the ACC championship game, and you go to the conference championship game. Lose another game. Okay, start it over again. You know what I mean? It's it's like was it on The Simpsons when they have a thing like, 0 days since the incident here at the nuclear power plant. 1 day, 0 days since an incident. Okay, 1 day, 2 days, 0 days since. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like we're 1 week away from, so it's 1 day since an incident. Do we continue it forward or do we don't? I mean, it's just that simple. So, I really that this team takes the success from last week and moves forward with that positive mentality of achievement and accomplishment in a positive way and uses that to go forward. I will say again what I've said many a time, but we lost 2 of these. Miami's more talented than everybody that we're playing. The one team that was comparable was Notre Dame, and we beat them. Everybody else, we're more talented than, objectively. If you don't play like it, it doesn't matter. We didn't play like it at SMU, and we got screwed on some calls real bad. You definitely didn't play like it when you threw the ball to Louisville 4 times. That's a game you really shouldn't have lost. And I know you gave up 2 touchdowns in the first 2 drives, but after that was lockdown. But you still just couldn't get out of your own way. And you had multiple chances to take advantage or to take control of that game. Credit to them. Yeah, I know that they have players over there and they made plays and they did things. If you don't throw the ball to them 4 times, you win that game. Even, you know what I mean? It's really that simple. I think even on that, even you could have thrown the ball to them 3 times and not thrown the last one and still won that goddamn game. It really, it takes so much for Miami to overcome their talent advantage. And you just see that kind of stuff over and over again. I hope that we've seen the last of it, in this regular season. And, we'll see.